there's a long history of sanctions, maybe not as big as the ones the Europeans imposed on Russia, maybe not as overwhelming as having both the United States and the Europeans impose sanctions. On the other hand, the history of sanctions is mostly a history of failure. And that's documented. There are books, I've read them. There are articles, I've read them about sanctions, asking the logical question, did the sanction achieve the objective that was stated for it? And there's a pretty strong consensus that sanctions may be a burden, sanctions may entail some costs for their objects, but they very rarely achieve anything like a decisive outcome. I follow the situation of the little country of Cuba. It had 8 million people when the sanctions began. It has, I think, 11 or 12 million people today. It has been a systematic, devastating sanction for Cuba. Cuba has paid all kinds of costs of being the object of sanctions. I don't deny that for a moment. But the obvious reality is, despite the political isolation and despite the sanctions, Cuba is as resolute an opponent of the United States today in every way as it ever was, during the time of Fidel Castro and since his death. It did not work. It didn't produce regime change. It didn't change the economic system. None of it.